Hey, what's going on with y'all, man? It's Black Balloon. We back with another video, alright? Now, look, I know some of y'all seen this already. I'm not gonna lie, my mind was kind of blown. But I'm not surprised. Y'all already know we had to jump on this topic of the Nicolas Cage movie that predicted the Charlie Kirk situation called Snake Eyes. We shouldn't even be surprised. Shoot, a lot of people skipped over this giant triangle right here with Nicolas Cage. It's the same thing, same symbolism as the one eye. We already know what's going on. But look, check this out. Before we get into the clips where people talking about how it predicted the Charlie Kirk situation, check this out. I'm not going to say nothing because y'all already know this stuff will get flagged. Y'all remember this book though, right? I'm gonna blow it up on the screen. Y'all remember this, right? Remember, this was supposedly written back in 1981. Snake Eyes movie was 1998. We in 2025. Y'all remember this, right? And what this predicted happened in 2020. Whatever you want to call it. You know, predicted it, foreshadowed it. It was in the plan the entire time. The world is a stage. I just had to show y'all that. Just in case some people just be like, oh, it was a coincidence, blah, blah, blah. Nah, the world is a stage. Because how long ago did they write those cards? Them illuminated cards that's still, damn near coming true today. It lets you know what kind of world we living in, all right? So check this out. This was one of the first clips I saw. I already knew we had to talk about it. We also got to get into a little bit of Erica Kirk and what's been going on with her name lately. As far as now, I don't know if it's completely true. I did search it up, and obviously the mainstream, MSN articles are denying that she was involved with trafficking in Romania and stuff like that. But I do want to play the clips where people are talking about it because, man, it gives us a whole new light on the things that she possibly could be involved in, from a very young age. I mean, I think she's around the same age as Kirk was. I think he was 31 years old, right? So, anyways, check out this clip real quick. This was the first one I saw about this snake eye thing.
In the movie Snake Eyes, which was made in 1998, a guy named Charles Kirkland gets hit right in the neck, right in the same exact spot that guy right there did.
Listen to me, Mr. Secretary. I am telling you, you are the one that's going to be sorry.
What? Who are you? Where? My lucky number. What?
On top of that, in the very first 10 seconds of the movie, you see this. The executioner, Tyler, and it says September 10th. No, this is just a coincidence, guys. It's just a coincidence. It's not predictive programming. Oh, and then the girl right there that kind of looks like Marilyn Monroe, looks like Eric Kirk. Yeah, I said Eric. You heard me. It's all a stage, it's all an act. I've been trying to tell you guys over and over. It's all fake. And then Trump also gave his UN speech in front of a giant flat earth map. Entertainment only. I made it up.
That's crazy. I was flashing this photo of it just because I don't want to, got to make sure that don't get copyrighted since that is a Hollywood production. But that is crazy, y'all. I think the craziest part of it, I mean, obviously with the guy's name being Charlie Kirkland, I mean, you know, how much more obvious does it get than that? Does it get than that? But It says the Atlantic City executioner, Tyler, September 10th. That is insane. Y'all remember the book that predicted 2020? It had the year exact in that book. This movie has the name and the date exact, y'all. That is actually insane. Somebody said Executioner Tyler is wild. Somebody said, so we are in a matrix. Nah, like, okay, now this is insane. Nah, bro. This is actually crazy. This, when I saw this is insane. And I'm new to this. If some of y'all never seen this, I just got up on this last night. I was up, doing what I do, preparing for this morning's video, and this is insane, y'all. So, y'all kind of give my live reaction. This is crazy. Executioner Tyler is out of this world.
The fuck out the country because something just doesn't add up. Because her ministry is linked with too many children going missing. So now, I swear, go on TikTok, go on Twitter right now, search Erica Kirk. That's all you'll see. Everyone is talking about how the fuck she was 17. She won a beauty pageant under Trump's agency. And then right after she won the beauty pageant, she went to Romania, started working with children. Children started going missing, and the Romanian government kicked her out.
Now, this was the first video I heard. When I heard this picture is insane. Like, now that you get close up on it, it's like, what is Trump doing? You could definitely tell there's way more history between those two. I mean, this is insane because I saw somewhere else where they said she wasn't actually like a pageant model or anything, that she was just placed into it and ended up winning it. That was, I think, Miss Arizona. Y'all can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think I saw that where some people was going back and forth about it, that she wasn't actually, a model or anything, but we'll see. We'll see. Let's continue listening to some of this stuff because it's very interesting. This next one, she goes into more detail about the whole Erica Kirk and, the Romanian thing, right? Check this out, y'all.
If you've heard the rumors that Erica trafficked children in Romania, here's the lowdown. Harvest Christian Fellowship. There was a former pastor accused of SA and trafficking. Lawsuits have alleged forced labor and negligence. I don't know how you pronounce this name, but this was a gang that was forcing Roma children to beg for money in London. Ringleaders were arrested after police uncovered this ring. Having said all of that, none of those were Erica's nonprofit. There is no direct evidence linking Erica to child trafficking in Romania. There's also no direct evidence of the reason that her nonprofit closed, and there's very little record of what their nonprofit did. There's an article in Arizona Foothills from 2024 that discussed the organization running a children's wish list in Romania for Christmas. To be clear, I am not saying that she did, and I am not saying that she didn't. This is just a summary of the information available for information purposes only. As I was researching this topic, I came across this article. In it, there's a discussion about the Stalinist leader who ruled one of Eastern Europe's most repressive regimes. It came crashing down in 1989 along with all the other Soviet bloc nations. This leader had instituted one of the most radical and repressive policies in an effort to stimulate birth rates. This included outlawing abortions for any women under 40 who had less than 4 children. Now, this did trigger a baby boom, but many of the children who were born ultimately ended up in state-run orphanages. After the fall of communism, the West got a look at what was going on in these state-run orphanages and was shocked and appalled by the images of children living in squalid conditions. So here we have yet another regime, another example of an authoritarian leader trying to control birth rates and banning abortions without an understanding of what that does and what that means. And again, women and children suffered. Banning abortions is not what people think. If we want to reduce the number of abortions performed, there are clear and well-documented steps that we can take to ensure that there are as few abortions performed.
All right, so some of the comments, where's the comment I was looking for? I did see something about this as well. Y'all let me know if this is true. Charlie Kirk's dad helped build the Trump Tower. That would make sense. And it would almost seem like Erica was placed in his life as a handler. That's what this would make me, lean toward. Says the Epstein files is bigger than we know. That's why so many people have been knocked off. Somebody said, I looked it up right after CK got shot, and it said Romania Angels was involved and was asked to leave Romania. No criminal charges were filed. I looked it up again on Monday, and it was gone. This is crazy. It is well known why Americans adopted the children from Romania after 1989 under the mask of nonprofit organizations. That is crazy because it also makes me think about at that time when I was in high school, and for some reason where I lived, there were a bunch of Romanians. And at the time, I just, obviously, you're in high school, you don't really know nothing about what's going on. But I'm not saying they came from, like being adopted by other Americans, but it just, things start to kind of add up as you find out more information. But this is crazy, man. Somebody said Romania kicked her out to stop any connection. And the name of the group was Romania or Romanian Angels. Man, the story is just getting deeper and deeper by the day, damn near, y'all. And it's what, the 25th? We're now 15, we're 2 weeks after the shooting happened.
Erica Kirk has deep connections to Jeffrey Epstein, Donald Trump, and the State of Israel. The supposed grieving wife and mother is going to be taking over Turning Point USA. So here's some facts about her that I think the public has a right to know and that nobody else is reporting on. Around 2009 to 2010, even though Erica had never modeled before or participated in a beauty pageant, she received an invitation in the mail to participate in the Miss USA beauty pageants, which were owned by Donald Trump. In 2012, she won the Miss Arizona competition, and at the same time, according to her website, she was also a casting director at the same time she was modeling for Trump.
This is where I saw it. This is where I saw it right here. That supposedly no kind of modeling experience, and she was just thrust into it.
She started a ministry when she was just 17 years old. This ministry was working with the U.S. military in Romania at the same time she claimed to be working as a casting director. The area in Romania where Erica was operating her ministry out of had a ton of locals accusing these evangelical ministries of kidnapping children and trafficking them out of the country. These children were being found in Israel, the UK, and undisclosed private islands. The locals demanded that the authorities look into this, and shocker, they never did, but her ministry was kicked out of Romania. In 2018, 2 years after Donald Trump started working with Charlie Kirk, Erica and Charlie were introduced to one another after one of their mutual friends suggested that Charlie should hire her to work for Turning Point. So at Erica's job interview with Charlie, Erica allegedly said, "You're not going to be my boss. You're going to be my boyfriend." So they began dating. I think it's safe to assume that this mutual friend was Donald Trump because Erica was already one of his employees, so it would make sense for his team to encourage this. Beauty pageants are a well-known gateway for human trafficking. So with her being a casting director, her ministry working with the military in Romania and being asked to leave, along with her very strange behavior of capitalizing on the death of her husband, I think this should be of immense concern to us all. Random people do not get propped up by the mainstream media out of nowhere. That includes Charlie Kirk, whose father had deep connections to Donald Trump even before he started working with Charlie Kirk. All of these people that you see on TV run in the same circles, and anybody with ties to human trafficking should not be trusted. So comment below and let me know, did you know about
This is actually insane. Why aren't the comments playing? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Damn, y'all. I'm actually glad we got to watch that video. That was one of my favorite ones. And it seems like TikTok has removed that video. So, very glad we got to watch that video. Because I really wanted that to be in here. And I was wondering why I couldn't see the comments on the right-hand side. So, I don't think she would have took it down. TikTok has already removed that video. That one went into the details a lot more than the other videos that I was waiting to play. So all the connections are there from Trump all the way down to Erica being placed in Charlie Kirk's life. And it makes sense. It makes sense. When you have an agenda, when you have a plan, the world is a stage, all of that stuff is set up. You know, you could tell like by the way she's acting. I mean, you can watch reality, type of cases, where people give genuine reactions when they lose a loved one, and it's not what she gave us at all. Just like the girl said, when people are on the world stage, they're all connected. It's not like when they're just thrusted into, mainstream. We know there's been an agenda behind it for years. A lot of people had no idea who Charlie Kirk was. No idea. Same thing with the David situation. People had no idea who he was. And now the stuff with Erica Kirk is becoming deeper by the day because we finding out that she may has, had ties to human trafficking. And we all know it's not just in the US where 1 million kids go missing per year. I mean, imagine how many go missing in these other countries as well, where they can take them undocumented, disguise it as certain organizations that are, made up to help kids, or even like she said, um, pageants and stuff, say is a ground for trafficking. I mean, most things, why? And I think we've touched on that before. I forget what video it was, but these pageants, you got to understand, a lot of women, parents, moms, they insert these kids into this kind of stuff at a very young age, because they have beautiful little girls and they want them all dolled up, and it gives them a chance to get exposed to stuff and get the parents, in that lifestyle, so on and so on. It's like a tradition for certain households. And it's definitely a grounds to where if you get caught up in the wrong hands, then boom, even like all this stuff that be going around on the internet, um, where parents send in pictures of their kids for modeling gigs and you win a certain amount of money. All of that stuff is major trafficking grounds, like hubs for it. They are recruiting. So it is definitely something to be um aware of. And I think this video was also just going into the Snake Eyes movie as well. We don't have to watch this one, but as far as the movie, it says, someone said, I like this comment, it's not a prediction. They use dark mysticism to control the collective manifestation. When something gets deep enough into the subconscious of enough people, it has no choice but to manifest into the shared reality. The Simpsons does it too, but they take it a step further using specific colors, shapes, and sounds that increase the effect. They don't predict, they implant ideas that eventually manifest when they get it into the consciousness of enough people. I like that. I like that a lot. I like that a lot. There are no coincidences. Yes, there is not. All right, y'all. We'll go ahead and wrap it up right here, man. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this one. all of the new stuff that's coming out, man. If y'all got any more to add that I may have missed in this video, be sure to let me know, man. So with that being said, y'all, hey, run the likes up, man. We close. Look, today is 29. Friday will be 30. I'm actually ahead. Am I going to stop? No, we're going to continue to drop the rest of the month. Run the likes up for me. I came through on my deal. Tomorrow's 30. 30 for 30. I'm ahead actually. I'm actually going to hit like what? Like 32 videos this month, I think. How many more days left? The 31st. Maybe like 34. I'm ahead. Run the likes up for me. 30 for 30. Let's do it. All right, y'all. I'm out, all right?